Hi beautiful people, we're going to explore a very popular hike here in Salt Lake City, and this is Biyahe ATBP ni Omarjun, Estado. We're back beautiful people, and you know what? During our trip going to the hotel, one of the Uber drivers that we asked when he is driving us to our hotel at Radisson, we asked him what are the interesting places to visit here in the city. According to him, Ensign Peak and Capitol Hills are the most popular places in the Salt Lake City. Since our tour would kick in the next day, so we make use our time wisely to explore the city's historical places here. At first, we check in early because we arrived also here early and put our luggages in the said hotel, then have our brunch in the downtown Salt Lake City. After having our brunch, we need to go back to the hotel to take some rest. According to the Uber driver that we talked with, best time to hike an Ensign Peak is at dusk. So the first thing that we did is swinging by first at the Capitol Hills, taking some photos outside only. Because by Monday, our tour package, Capitol Hills is included. So we can go around and explore inside the Capitol Hills. And after taking some photos for the Capitol Hills, we proceed to Ensign Peak. Along the way, we're amazed with the residential neighborhood. Beautiful place to live in. And the Uber driver is explaining the residential neighborhood is next to the most expensive place in Salt Lake City. The Uber driver is explaining the most expensive residential neighborhood. The way that is going to Ensign Peak is the second expensive residential neighborhood. And the Park City, according to Tyler, the Uber driver, is the most expensive one because there are some of the popular Hollywood celebrities like Justin Bieber and others are living here and together with the rich people in Utah. So possibly we had a short interview with the Uber driver. There is some music background while talking to Tyler, the Uber driver, so I muted it. Beautiful people, this is the start of the hiking trail. I hope one of our friends can make it to the top. Let's see. By the way, the park is usually closed at 10 p.m., meaning we can witness a sunset, which is our main objective to do today. We notice also this section has a several plaques and talk about the importance and the history by the Ensign Peak. As everybody might know that Mormons have a lot of influence here in Utah, especially here in Salt Lake City. Let's find out the significance and history about it later. While starting to hike, we got confused about the way going to the top. Actually, we're distracted ourselves to take photos and videos because we can't help ourselves but film blue by blue. So beautiful. Means we are in love with the place. In love the beautiful skyline views of the city. However, we continue hiking at arrive the top of the Vista Mount Station. Just right here, we can get some pretty views. Wow, amazing. The view is so crazy. The mountains are so beautiful, and that is the downtown. Might be the shopping mall. Check it out cause I already had the vlog about it. After getting some photos and videos here, we continue hiking to the top of the Ensign Peak. Sadly, our friend stayed and waited us at the Vista Mount. She cannot be able to hike. She's fine because one of the tourists, a woman also, same issue with her. She cannot make it to the top. So, she has with her an immediate friend there. So, the woman's friend is going to the top and the Ensign Peak. Same with us. When we started hiking, we realized that it was a hike steep, a bit of a tough hike. I don't know, I didn't count it, but we had to stop a few times to catch our breath. While we stopped, I filmed some B-rolls for some views to add in my vlog. However, it is totally worth the great view of the Salt Lake City at the Ensign Peak here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Take note, since we went there during summertime, it's an uphill climb through mostly sandy ground, and even it's almost at dusk, there is no shade, so bring lots of water, or a hat. We hike moderately. Make sure you wear sneakers or hiking shoes as it is very rocky and steep along the way. When you're at the top, it's very windy also. Windbreaker or anything that cover yourself, I suggest to bring with you. Now let's check the history behind the Ensign Peak. Brigham Young named the spot Ensign Peak. The pioneers had carried two American flags with them across the plains. Within a short time, a flagpole was erected and one of those flags was flown from the peak. Brigham Young claimed a vision from God directed him to lead his people into the Salt Lake Valley. It was his signal that this is the place to establish a new community according to him, and the place also served as a temple for the LDS Church at one point. In 1908, there was a plan from the Salt Lake City government to propose creating a park at the base of Ensign Peak, and it was referred to as now Ensign Peak Park. And then in the 21st century, the Ensign Peak Park commemorates a significant part of Utah's history. It reminds all of them the wonderful things of Utah, as the beauty of the state. Reminds also the struggle and hardship of the members of LDS Church went through to escape persecution. And now the park is a gorgeous place to go and immerse yourself, even as we are very grateful to watch and to see in person this Salt Lake Valley, the natural beauty of the state. Wow, that's true. Historical plaque placed on Ensign Peak in 1934. So, the elaborate plans required that the monument be constructed of stones gathered from the Mormon Pioneer Trail and from different church historical sites, including the Sacred Grove and the temple site in Independence, Missouri. And the monument has the height of 18 feet as part of the ceremony that included addresses from the community and church leaders. Let's check out other historical marker, the flags on Ensign Peak. It was likely flown from Ensign Peak as part of the first Pioneer Day celebration in 1849. In 1897, the Salt Lake Herald, a local newspaper, erected the first flagpole in Ensign Peak, and the summit was designated by Utah leaders as an official place to display the American and state flag. The platform at the top is a bit uneven but shouldn't interfere with wheelchairs or strollers. But we noticed that the blocks are gone. Vesta Mount is a lower wheelchair accessible viewpoint on Ensign Peak, a historical hill on the north side of a Salt Lake with impressive views. Brigham Young and Wilford Woodruff hiked to the top of Ensign Peak to survey the Salt Lake Valley. As we have said earlier, we hiked moderately because the hike was very steep and kinda rocky or sandy. Wow! It's a short hike but can be a bit hard or very hard that you need to stop and catch your breath. However, it's totally worth the great view of the Salt Lake City at this Ensign Peak and a great hike to see the surrounding below. There are several other small groups hiking, especially when the dusk or 30 minutes before the sun comes down, because best time to go here is like 30 minutes before the sunset. And it's true, there are group of hikers are coming up to witness the spectacular view of the sunset from the vantage point, which is the Ensign Peak. On top of the said peak, there are also signs or plaques explaining the significance of the Ensign Peak, which we already mentioned them earlier. As we made it to the top, hikers are seen to be excited to watch the breathtaking views other than the sunset views, and we feel the city breeze at the top quickly cooled us down even it's sunny. Beautiful, great place for some excellent pictures and videos. Some heads up, the park has no parking area, basically residential street parking. Another thing, when you want to visit the peak park, use the bathroom first because no bathroom on site. No entrance fee as well. After witnessing the sunset, we went down with other hikers. As we arrived at the Vista Mount, a bit dark already, and our friend is still there, and she said she's enjoying watching the sunset also. However, at this point, we really to bring you beautiful people along with us for this tour in the west side of the United States. Hopefully, you enjoyed the videos, and if you did, we're gonna go ahead and ask you to please touch on the like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one, because there are more amazing and incredible photos and videos that are gonna show here from our tour. Remember, God loves us. Thanks for watching. See you in my next vlog. God bless us all. Bye for now.